Thank
All
you.
right, so I mentioned a moment ago, semis getting hammered. Now, this was the news before the open. There's talk about some capping exports and AI chips, particularly those from NVIDIA and also AMD. But once the market opened, there was something else that came out that really hammered these stocks, and that's from ASML. It's a Dutch company, and you can see this is your AI ecosystem, if you will. And the building blocks, it all starts with NVIDIA chips. But look right here, ASML. That's lithography. In fact, they say this is what AI chips are to NVIDIA. What ASML is to lithography, and they missed big, and they had some ugly news to go along with it. So people are wondering, does it affect the entire AI ecosystem? I want to bring a stock market mentor, founder, and CEO Dan Fitzpatrick. And Dan, let's talk about this because from time to time you get these headlines, particularly when a stock is in the news like NVIDIA and scuttlebutt.
Yeah.
In of itself, I don't think someone who's held it for a long time would sell. But then if you hear, okay, ASML is saying that their numbers are going to be weak for the next couple of months, do you become more concerned overall?
No, not at all. I think if ASML comes down about maybe 2.5% more down to 700, I think it's kind of the back up the truck trade. It's traded over 7 times average volume today. That is a total washout. That is the market today discounting all of the news, and then as far as future quarters as well. 2 quarters in an industry like AI, and with a stock like NVIDIA, it's the biggest customer. They've got Rubin coming out in 2026. 2 quarters on ASML is nothing unless you're trading. If you're day trading, buy it at 700, you got a good trade going. But longer term, you have to look at the industry on a longer term horizon. And so I like ASML, a little bit lower, and I really like NVIDIA right about now.
Right. A couple of sessions like this, and you'll be able to buy SML at whatever price you want. But, hey, I got 2 things for you. I'm going to get to your long ideas. But first, Nassim Taleb saying this is as fragile as the market's been in 20 or 30 years. No one would think that this market is fragile. Are you concerned at all? Is there some weakness out there that he sees or you may see that no one's talking about?
No, I think everybody's talking about the right things. The market, as you know, as we all know, climbs a wall of worry. And there's plenty of chinks in that wall so that you can get a foothold. Yeah, there's a lot of things to worry about. There's certainly the upcoming election and the ramifications of that, geopolitical things. Everybody knows that stuff. And we know that basically we're essentially broke as a country with all the debt. Okay, nothing that I'm saying is new. The market climbs a wall of worry. Use stops, which is what your last guest was saying, but always look long term. This is the key to actually outperforming the market, is riding through the wiggles, hang on to the volatility, just ride the trend, and it always goes farther than you think it will.
So we've got 3 of your long ideas, Robinhood, Morgan Stanley, NVIDIA. We've had a great discussion already on NVIDIA. We got less than a minute to go. I want to ask about Robinhood, because it feels like the maturation process of a young, hot company that, went through some ups and downs, but maybe to figure some things out. You like it here?
Yeah, I really do. And this is actually I don't really follow Robinhood that much, but I'm doing my scans and screens, and I see this long 2-year plus base on Robinhood, and it just came out at the beginning of this year. And I see this long cup. This thing looks like it could go another 25, 30% just on pure momentum. And I'm looking at a weekly chart, but yeah, I really like this. I really like this company right now. I love the chart.
Yeah, well, I can tell you the reason the chart looks good is the fundamentals are improving big time. And the company, the management has matured. I was not a big fan of the way they handled some things 3 or 4 years ago. I think they've gotten better.
Horrible.
Morgan Stanley, just 10 seconds. Why does that stand out above the rest?
Good chart. Goldman Sachs, great earnings. Morgan Stanley, a little pullback today, but longer term, you have to just look at the trend. It's also coming out of a high base. We love these high bases because the stocks just tend to keep going higher. How's that? 10 seconds?
Yeah, 9.5. Dan, thank you so much, my man. You're a consummate professional. Appreciate it. All right, folks. So you may have noticed that the Mag 7 these days seems more like the Drag 7.